What is up, you guys? This is Rob the Vapor, and I'm back with another review today of the Orchid V2 RTA, provided to me for free for review by Chris at siggreen.com. Thank you very much for this opportunity, Chris, and it gives me the opportunity to be able to review this tank unbiased. I have no monetary attachment to this device. It's totally for free, so I can be very critical. And it's a good job that I absolutely love this device. I think the Orchid V2 is just so awesome. It's great. It has a few problems which we'll talk about later. Let's just check out how she performs on vapor. This is dual coil 0.5 ohm on a 4.2 volt sort of mech mod, I guess you could say. She's a chucking, and there's a lot of flavour there. This is a great tank for flavour, even at 0.5 ohms. Way better flavour than the Atlantis. Way better flavour than the Subtank, I presume. Even though the Subtank is supposed to be good for flavour. Just really nice flavour. That's the thing that stands out to me about this, is how easy it is to just set up, to bring around with you, to carry it, and just to use in general. You know, I was recommended this by my friends over at the ECR EU subreddit. And I'm glad that I picked this tank for review because it is just an awesome tank. So let's just talk a little bit about it. So it's a dual coil tank. It has a bottom refilling screw. It has two large airflow holes, which is one per coil, which are situated right down at the bottom there. It has 4 juice channels, obviously. 2 sets of pulse screws. So you've got your Allen or your Phillips head key. Excuse me. Stainless steel throughout. And this one is made by Tobeco or Tobeco, which I should have stated at the start, but it's not really that important just yet. So it comes in the box with just the atomizer, no drip tip, which I thought was kind of strange. You've got your screws, your screwdriver, some O-rings, and all that stuff is all inside the box as well. Unfortunately, oh wait, here we go. There's the little box that comes in. Quite minimalistic from Tobeco or Tobeco. It's nice though, pretty. Simple design. And I just love this tank. I really do love it. Even on short inhales you get a nice hit, and yeah, it's just great. Things that I would knock on this unit, and it has been improved in later versions of the Orchid, but if you are looking at the V2 to buy, maybe you see it for cheap. And the only thing that I think is wrong with it is the plastic tank. This is a frosted plastic tank. While it looks quite cool, actually, it will crack if you use any tank cracker liquids. But the plus side is there is a K-Fun kit which will work with this. So if you are concerned about the plastic tank, or you use a lot of tank crackers, just get the K-Fun kit or get a later version of the Orchid. So that's about the only knock that I have really on this unit. The other problem is when you fill it, it does get quite leaky initially, right at the start, but that's simple, you know, you just grab some tissue, stick it on, that's it, you know, that's it. It doesn't leak anymore after that. You can carry this around with you all day, it won't leak. It's just a great unit. I really love it. In terms of rebuilding, I think I'm an Orchid fan for life, you know. I'm definitely going to get the newer versions of the Orchid for review. I'm definitely going to have all of them on this channel because I really do like them. I love this thing. And let's give it one more whirl. And that's only, you know, I'm using like a really strong liquid which gunks up coils, gunks up wicks, and that's decent vapor for that. So yeah, that's about all I can say. If I was to rate this, I would rate it a 9 out of 10. The only knock I would give it is the leaking and the plastic tank. I really don't get why they went with a plastic tank. Plastic tanks are so 2013. So yeah, let's break it down and check out the insides of this 9 out of 10 tank and talk a little bit more about it. And I will also show you guys how to wick this thing as well, because I have to change the coils in this anyway. So happy. Okay guys, what's up? I'm back, and this is the deck of the Orchid V2. So you've got 4 posts and these guys right here. Let's get a screwdriver for illustrative purposes. Juice channel right here, juice channel. Your airflow holes right here, And yeah, it's just a nice little deck. I found it very easy to build on. And basically you want to situate the coils right over the air holes, and I'll show you guys that once I actually insert it. And right here, let's see if I can get that right. Yeah, right here, this is where your juice flow will go through. Here is the bottom connector. I do not think it's adjustable. It's a little copper pin and your little juice thing here, but I actually filled through the top. I guess that's a bad habit from my Claramizer days. And yeah, it's just a really nice deck. I actually found it enjoyed the build on. Machining is great. Posts feel good. Very easy to screw in and out. No problems there at all. Just all worked really nice. And in this, I'm going to show you guys how to wick this thing as well, because wicking is a little bit different. So this is, I guess, where the magic happens. This is the little juice chamber, and it's actually a little bit grimy right now. And there is the cool Orchid logo. And so basically what you want to do is pop this over the top like so, and then screw it down. Now I'm not going to do that just yet, I'll show you guys that in a second. But basically once you screw this down, it will cover all your coils and all your wick. And you might be asking, Rob, well, how do you wick it then? But it works perfectly. So the liquid will actually flow down into these juice channels, and I'm fairly sure the way that this works is heat draws liquid to it. So when you actually heat the coils, the liquid gets sucked up into the coils. So it's quite simple. Looks kind of tougher than it is to build on, but I assure you that it's really easy. And yeah, let's take a look at how to put the wick in, and we'll do that right now. Okay, what is up guys? I am back and we have the coils done. Sort of. A little bit ghetto, but you know what? It'll do for now. And yeah, so I'm going to show you guys how to wick this up with some Japanese cotton, which is what I'm using. So any cotton will work, but this is the type of cotton I am going with. It's like a sheet cotton. So we will take a little snip of this. Not much. I will show you guys in 1 second once I've taken a little snip. It's quite simple really. And yeah, you could straighten up the coils a little bit more over those air holes that you see there, but I was too lazy, so I just got this done. But again, absolutely, if you guys want to get it right over the airflow, you will get it definitely a lot better. So we'll take our little piece of cotton like so, and kind of not looking forward to doing this on camera because I've never done this on camera. So let's see if we can do this while looking at the camera as my visual guide for this little adventure. So let's thread that through. Nope, let's try it again. So let's thread this bad boy through. Come on, there we go. Okay, so that's way too much I've got on right there. So we snip that. I'm going to show you guys how we snip that. Personally, I think a good way to measure is to get your scissors and put it right at the flush up against the post sort of area, and then just snip like so. Might even be a little bit short there, might want a little bit extra coming out. And yeah, I'm going to do the very same thing on this side as well. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. Just a little snip on this side. Bam. And yeah, that should be fine. Yeah, that looks like it'll be good. Okay, so we leave that like that, and then we repeat on the other side, and I will be back when we are juicing this bitch up. Okay, so that's done. And basically what you want to do here is quite simple. You just want to paint your cotton a little bit. Like that. You don't want to go too crazy. I put a little bit too much on there at the beginning. You want to wet it up a little bit, get some on the coils on both sides. Like so. Because the reason you want to do this is, well, for a few reasons. One, you want to prime your cotton. Two, it makes it a lot easier to manipulate the cotton into their little juice wells. And yeah, let's do that right now. So this is probably wet enough. I'm gonna try and show you guys now. Of course, I had to pick an awkward angle to record this video. But basically, you want to do this, sort of manipulate it into the little wells. Not too much. You don't want the cotton actually going down into the juice wells like crazy, so you're going to kind of want to do this a little bit, and this, And it might be a little bit messy, hope you guys can see that. But ultimately, this in my opinion is definitely the best way to get this done. It makes it a lot easier. And just tuck them in like that. Then we do the same on the other side. The other side actually needs a little bit more liquid. So yeah, we'll put a little bit more on there. And the liquid we are using is the Vapor Teeth Cut-Off. It's a tropical flavour. It's actually quite nice. And yeah, we'll do this down here, same thing, tuck it into bed, like so. Maybe, you know, use your fingers a little bit if you want. Don't worry about that e-liquid, just wipe it off. Or wash your hands, whichever. Okay, so, now, you could use less cotton if you like to make it a little bit thinner, to go down the juice wells a little bit better, but I actually like a lot of cotton. So then, you take your little Orchid center housing, stick the cap over the top, like so. Let's see if we can get a good shot of this. So this is where the magic happens. So you want to screw this down. You might be thinking, this ain't going to work. But it will, don't be afraid. Actually, I've got this on wonky, so it won't work. But, let's see if we can get this on correctly. Okay, there we go. So like that. Screw it on. Hey, where's my cotton gone? It's completely gone. And as you can see, there's the juice channels. Let's see if we can get this in focus. So the little juice, tiny little juice channels there is what actually sucks up the liquid and into the coil. And before and after, I think any time that you manipulate a coil or you know, you wick it, just to be safe, I always recommend putting it on something like this, checking your ohms, which is that one. And let's see if we can get the camera up on there. 0.6, there's no flickering or anything like that, which would indicate like a wonky connection. Always better safe than sorry, right? So yeah, now that we've got that sorted, I will show you guys how to juice this up, fill it full of liquid and whatnot. So there's two ways to do this. Personally, I like to do it this way, and we're going to go out big screen to show you guys. Okay, so I'm back, and there's two ways to fill this tank. One is to actually unscrew the screw on the base and fill it that way. I prefer doing it this way. I don't know why people give the screw off top method knocks. I actually think this is way easier. And just to show you guys, quite simple, you know, it's easy. You just squirt it in there, the whole thing will fill up. Now it does get messy doing it this way, but it gets messy whatever way you do it. That's just the name of the game here on the Orchid, I'm afraid. There you go, the tank is full. No leaks just yet, but it will. So what I like to do is put my top cap on, like so. Plastic tank has like screw threads on it, which again I'm not huge on. It's got the threading actually on the cap. So then what you want to do is turn it upside down, give it a wipe with a towel, bada bing, bada boom. Leave it down again. Give it a little blow actually is a really good method, just to flush any excess juice out. But there's enough of that. I want to actually try this and see how we get on. Awesome, great flavour, fires nicely. But I'm going to just clean this out a little bit more before we give our final impressions on the Orchid V2 by Tobeco, or Tobeco. Just give it another go. Awesome, really nice, a little bit less vapor, probably because the coils are still getting wet. You want to let them soak a little bit, but you know, you already pre-wet them anyway, so it's not too big of a deal. But I love this unit, go out and buy it, 9 out of 10, Orchid V2. I've been Rod the Vapor, haters catch the vapors. Hope you enjoyed this review. Peace out, guys.